मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत, हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत। 7 8 9 10। पैसा ये पैसा, पैसा है कैसा, नहीं कोई ऐसा जैसा ये पैसा। ये हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत, हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत। 7 8 9 10। 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 7 8 9 10। मौसम है एक जैसा, पैसा ये पैसा, पैसा है कैसा, नहीं कोई ऐसा जैसा ये पैसा। ये हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत, हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत। 7 8 9 10। La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la। पैसा ये पैसा, पैसा है कैसा, नहीं कोई ऐसा जैसा ये पैसा। ये हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत, हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत। 7 8 9 10। 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10। पैसा ये पैसा पैसा है कैसा नहीं कोई ऐसा जैसा ये पैसा ये हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत 7 8 9 पैसा ये पैसा पैसा है कैसा नहीं कोई ऐसा जैसा ये पैसा ये हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत 7 8 9 10 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 मौसम है एक जैसा पैसा ये पैसा पैसा है कैसा नहीं कोई ऐसा जैसा ये पैसा ये हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत 7 8 9
Good evening, guys. Welcome to the Pro Trading Options Trader Club. Okay, so today is going to be the option trader orientation. So I hope all of you can see and hear. If you can see and hear, just actually type in C in the comment box so that I know that you can see and hear. So I'll actually explain you all the rules which are there. I hope all of you, my voice is audible. My voice is audible and you can see me, right? Okay, great. Okay, great, fantastic. Okay, so let's actually get started. So guys, actually you have to understand this. See, this is again not ideal for people who cannot spend time. You may have to spend time in front of the system also for this. If you cannot spend time, probably this is not ideal for you. So what happens is the duration could be 1 to 3 days. Probably if you get an exit on the same day, you can actually take out exit, move out of that. You can also do another thing is you can put a GTD order and actually for the stop loss and for the targets, and so that you can actually rest in peace. But for that, what is very important is your entry has to be perfect. If your entry is wrong, your stop loss will get triggered and you will get into a loss. See, the challenge here, what you can understand is, see, I would not suggest for intraday and all, because that is also not a very that is not my strength. Also my strength is more is where I can actually give you something which has a potential to move up in the next few days and all, or probably in the same day swing and all, which we actually see, right? So that is something which is my strength. So from that perspective, what happens here is the risk could be as high as 50%, especially when you are looking at stock trading and stock investments and all. And if you are not having enough time to monitor and all, the risk could be as high as 50% of whatever you have invested. The returns could be 100%, maybe sometimes 200, 300% also. All those things are possible. That is the beauty of this. See, what happens is you have to pick the right instruments. For example, some stocks like what we have picked today, for example, Tata Chemicals today went up more than 10-15%. In that kind of stocks, what would happen is if a stock would move up 10-15% and all in a day, easily you should be minimum able to double your money or maybe more than that. So it all depends on what kind of instruments we are actually picking up. So I'll be doing, so it will not actually do a lot of index, because what we have seen in index is index gets into a range a lot of times, and not every time you will make a lot of money there. And many times you are made money, you are not exiting, you will actually get into loss, all those things will happen. So stock and in index both together we will be doing it. So I'll not actually be focusing on the intraday at all. So intraday is not going to be something which we will be focusing here. We will be doing more on the positional basis, but you have to monitor. There is no choice but to monitor this. So at least 3 times in a day, you should be able to watch this. One somewhere between 9:15 to 9:30, two between 12:30 to 1:30, third 2:30 to 3:30. During these 3 times, you should be able to watch, see if things are moving in your favor. And if things are moving in your favor, guys, you have to book profits and move out. Don't actually try to actually wait for the next day and other things. Many times actually everything is all about the momentum. Let me actually go and get into the details of this. For anybody who is actually getting into this club, most important thing is we need to watch this orientation. Without watching this orientation, don't even do anything, because it's not going to help you. You are going to unnecessarily lose money. Don't do that. Okay, watch this orientation completely and be a part of this. Right now, since you are here, I have also streamed this on YouTube. So what happens is people who have missed this class, they can watch this, and suppose you have missed something, you want to watch it again, you can actually do that. Okay, so if you have no idea about options, don't even do this. So first and foremost thing is learn the basics of options. I have, if you just go to my YouTube link, I'll just share you if you want. In my YouTube link, I have a playlist there. I have a basics of options, which is actually given. So first and foremost thing, what you will have to do is, if you are new and you have no idea about options and all, don't trade. First, actually watch this. Watch this. Spend time. First, learn about options. Okay. So this is my playlist. In my playlist, I want you to watch this one. The basics of options, I want you to watch this. So it will take time for you, doesn't matter, you have to do this. Without doing this, don't even try to do any kind of investments in options, because you are going to unnecessarily lose money, guys. I don't want you to lose money. So you have to understand how options function and why actually options trading could be good, bad, ugly, everything you have to know beforehand, because you can understand the risk could be as high as 50%, but the rewards can also be tremendously high. So from that perspective, both the pros and cons you need to know before actually doing any kind of investments here. See, options is a high risk, high reward business. You need to understand it is a serious business, and if you take it as a business, you can make a lot of money here. But if you try to look at like a lottery ticket, look at like a gambling, you will become a gambler. You may make money, you may not make money. So that is not the whole objective here. The whole objective here is not to give you some tips and actually make money out of this. That's not the objective. The objective here is to make you understand about options. If you learned options somewhere else also, it doesn't matter. Here you will actually get the concept much more clear, and actually things will be much more smoother, and you will be able to take the advantage of that. Second thing is, this is a community which is there. So somebody sees a danger signal, or they have actually exited their positions, they can do that so that others can also do it, because that will motivate others to also exit. Many times what happens, we actually get into that greed zone, it will go still further higher, and from there it may actually retrace back, and all those things will happen. So you need to actually get into that hang of it. The community always helps. And this is where you have to see, if you want to be a part of the community, you have to also gel well with the community, so that everybody will help each other. Because what happens is, you may get a good entry, you can probably share that, so others will also probably look at that and probably take a good entry. And if you're exiting, your exit is good, probably you can look at that. So that is going to motivate others, and it's going to help others. If we are doing this, I may actually have a couple of stocks which are listed. Each one of you are monitoring 1 or 2 stocks. So what happens is, when things are actually at the right place, see, it's not possible for me to actually do everything at one go, right? Right now, a lot of things are not automated at this point of time. So we are, I have to do a lot of things on my own, and it may not be possible for me to actually get into the crux of the things every now and then. So you have to understand that, and you have to monitor. I will be giving you all the required details, whatever is required. Preferably, I'll choose some things which actually will give you enough time for entry and enough time for exit, so that you don't have to get into any kind of a hassle. But still, a community will always help. Okay, so you have to understand it's a high risk, high reward business. Option buying will make you money. You understand this, guys? Note down, write this down in a big bold letters. It is going to make you money only when the momentum is lasting. If the momentum stops, if the momentum gets into a sideways, you will not make money. You have to exit. Very important is this. So that is why the monitoring of the options is very important. If you feel that it is actually getting some kind of a hurdle, it is unable to move ahead, it is actually facing a challenge, you just have to, don't think too much, exit out of it. If you have missed this opportunity, fine, you will get new opportunity. Don't actually get stuck with the same opportunity, and that is where you will lose a lot of money. So option buying is all about that. Monitoring is very important. Ideally, if you are doing in front of the system, it's much better, because you have to be an active trader when it comes to options. Options may give you money within 5 minutes, 2 minutes also. When you have made money, you have to exit and move out. Can't keep waiting. I cannot actually keep on telling you this is a place to exit. It's not possible for me to do that. So you should be able to understand this. So I will give you a lot of places where I would have researched and given you good places where you can actually take an entry. Many times what would happen is it would get an entry exit. Next day also you may actually get an entry exit for the same stock also. So take advantage. Don't actually be stuck with that thing that it has to give me that 100% profit and all. Don't do that. So whatever you are making profit, be happy with that. Move on. That is very important if you want to do options buying. Okay, so when you take an entry, you should have the patience to wait for the right dip to come. So once you have got this, you don't actually have to be in a hurry that you have to go ahead 9:15 it starts immediately have to buy. No, that should not be the whole case. So wait for the right dip to come, and whenever you are getting the right dip, if you are looking at anything for swing trade kind of thing, when you are actually looking for holding a particular thing and all, ideally wait for 12:30 to 1:30. During this time, you will get the best possible entry. Take the entry at that time. Don't actually take at this 9:15 and all. See, 9:15 and all, some places you will get, especially when the stock is at some very important level. From that level, actually, when the breakout happens, continuously it will keep moving higher. That time, actually, it will come. But what happens is, it's not practically possible for us to be there. Even if it does there also, many times in options, we will get a better entry, even at 12:30 and during that period also. Even if the prices moved up also, you will still get a good entry. So wait for that and take the opportunity there only. So whenever the movement is at the peak, when actually you are seeing 5%, 10% up in a particular stock and all, that is a time you should look at exit. Don't actually look when the momentum is strong. That is a place you will get fantastic exits. That is the place where your options would be at the peak. Don't try to actually think that it will go still further higher. This is where you will actually make losses in the thing, because you would have seen a price, and after that you don't want to sell at a lesser price, and that price will not come at all. So please be aware of this. You have to take this peak, whatever is coming, as profit. If you have missed this opportunity, fine, no problem. You will get new opportunity. Take a new opportunity. Don't actually get stuck with that particular stock or one particular position. That is very important when it comes to options. If you cannot take quick decisions, options may not be good for you. So please you should be able to take quick decisions. So anyway, I'm giving you this 1 week free trial. This could be a good place for you to actually look at this. There are some virtual trading apps also. You can probably use those virtual trading apps and start actually doing the trading for yourself to see if this is good for you. If it is good for you, probably you can take this and take the best advantage of that. That's something which you can look at this. See, if you are making a loss, you have taken an entry wrong and you are losing, and you are carrying it for the next day, there is a very high possibility you lose more money. So don't try to do that. If you're so don't hold anything which is actually losing. See, you have to be profitable from the first day. When your entry has to be right. If your entry has gone wrong, everything has gone wrong. So please understand that. See, I'll be giving you a lot of hand holding in case of this group and all those things will be happening. But still, what I want you to do is you have to take your own responsibility. You cannot depend everything on me. It is not possible. So I want to give you a heads on that so that you actually make things sense. So you have to be an active trader. You cannot be a passive trader. If you cannot actually monitor, if you cannot actually take decisions, then probably option trading is not good for you. So be very clear, because when you're entering, you should know what are the challenges which are there, and you should be ready to take those challenges. Stop loss and targets both are equally important, and both should be strictly followed. Don't try to do anything. Don't try to manipulate. Don't try to actually average. All those things, don't do it. So what? So ideally, that is the reason I will be doing more of stock options, because the entry cost will be a little higher side. Because when it comes to index and all, the cost is less. You try to over trade. You try to actually take a lot of positions, and that is where you have a higher possibility of losing more money. So we will do a lot of avoid of that. We will do index whenever that opportunity is there. Otherwise, we will try to do more of stocks. Please understand, not all trades can make you 100% profit. Even if you are making 20-30% profit, it's phenomenal, guys. It's an absolutely great. So you should be happy with that, and whatever profits you make, be happy with that. You will make more profits. You will get more trades. So you don't have to worry about the amount of opportunities which are going to come. A lot of opportunities will come. Don't expect that. You also have to please understand that there are places where trades will hit stop loss. You will make losses if you cannot. If you are actually not ready to lose money, then options probably is not good for you. You have to understand this. See, not every instrument, not every kind of trade mechanism is good for everybody. You have to understand what is good for you. If this works for you, then only you have to be a part of this. So this is going to happen. See, the objective is not whether actually you are right or wrong. If you are wrong, you should be able to exit at a smaller loss. And when you're right, you should be able to hold on to that, so that you should be able to make more profits. That will actually erode all the other smaller losses, whatever you would have incurred. So always trade is in the money or at the money options, guys. So for people who don't understand this, that's the reason I've given you watch that video, so you will understand what is in the money, what is at the money. Don't try to trade out of the money. So this is where people actually get into a lot of losses. So don't get into that, because the premiums are going to be cheaper. You try to buy that, and probably that is going to become more cheaper. So don't try to do that. I think I have covered all the important aspects which I wanted to cover here. Now I'm open for all the questions. Whatever questions you have, whatever you want to ask me, you can feel free to ask me. I'll be able to answer all your queries, and I hope all of you are part of the group there, where actually we will have the interaction also. And see, you get this 1 week full trial. That is, next 1 week you will be having the trial. Tomorrow you can actually look at this as a test run and all. You can start actually looking at that. So that could be a bonus for you. Next 1 full week you have this opportunity for you to explore and make the best use of. For selling also, rules are same. See, so selling rules are little different, Ranjit. See, for selling, what happens is, what I will do is I'll give you the different things for people who want to do the option selling also. No? I'll be sharing with you where you can actually look at option selling. In case of option selling also, what you need to understand is, as long as we have actually sold at the right strike prices, so there should not be any big challenge as such. So if your selling has gone wrong, see, as long as the trend is correct, your trade is right. For example, the trend is positive and we have done the put selling, I don't see any problem is there. You can continue to hold. Sometimes actually there will be some corrections and all which will happen, but actually eventually it will come out, because you have to have more time. Time is very important. More the time you have, I think there is no problem with that. So which rules specifically you are interested to know, where actually the rules are different? You can tell me which rule. I can actually probably look into that and tell you where actually you can do this. Okay, Sri B says it's pre-market calls or live market calls. See, I'll be actually sharing with you one day beforehand which stocks we are actually looking at in the live market. Probably I'll be also telling you probably see tomorrow what stocks we should actually look at. Probably I'll be giving you today. So tomorrow during the live market, you could probably put that in the watch list. And in the live market, if I see something which is actually started to do good, probably I'll actually give you the live market. Also, you will be getting updates. So you will get updates before and after all the things will be happening. Paper trading app for this I'll share with you, but that particular thing which I've seen is not going to help you with all the stock options. It actually helps you only with the index options, which I personally know. I have not found any other thing. If any of you have any paper trading or virtual trading app which can work for all the stock options, you can also share with me. I can actually share it with all the other people here also. Okay, let me actually see the rules again and see if Ranjit, if I have to see for in case of option selling, it has to be only out of the money. We are not looking at the money or in the money. We are looking at only out of the money for selling purpose. So since you have asked me, let me see here. See here actually, you don't have to worry about stop loss as long as the direction is right when it comes to an option selling. Okay, and you should actually not look for 100% of your premium. You can probably, even if you are getting 40-50% of the premium also, it's good, because sometimes actually then actually things will be a little it will move up down and all, but if you are ready to hold on and if your strike prices which you have chosen is right, I don't see any problem. And you don't have to be an active trader when it comes to option selling. Here you can hold on, there is no problem. Many times, as I said, as long as your entry is right, there is no problem if your strike price is right. Here you don't have to take quick decisions. So the things are a little different when it comes to option selling. So here, yeah. Here also actually this will help you whenever it is in the peak, you can actually exit, you will get very good thing. You can again re-enter. I think rest of the things are okay. I don't see any challenge with that. Okay. Yes, guys. Any other questions you have? If you have any other questions, I will answer your questions. Let me know. Any of you have any other further questions, guys? If you don't have any questions, I will actually wind up the session, because I have actually explained whatever I wanted you to know. If there's anything you want to ask, you can feel free to ask. Okay, guys, if there's no other questions, I think we will wind up the session. So capital required, I would expect you to have at least 1 lakh plus capital. Less than that doesn't make sense when it comes to options. What happens is, whether you are doing option buying or selling, I would suggest you to actually look at this. See, the monthly charges for this particular club is going to be 2,999, and you will get some special offers. Let's actually, this 1 week is free for you. Make use of it. Take the best advantage. See, even if you get one good trade, you will actually you will make 5 to 10 times of whatever money you actually do. See, the whole objective is not to give you some tips and make money out of this. The objective is to make you understand how option works and help you to actually get the things right. So that's the whole objective of this particular option trading club. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Okay, if there's no further questions, I think I'll wind up the sessions. I will see, today we also have the stock talk show, which is at 9 o'clock. So if you have any stock related questions, you can be a part of that program. And otherwise, I think everything is fine. Okay. No further questions.